Welcome to this short presentation on effective cash management. Over the next few slides we're going to look at how an effective cash management proposition can help you meet your regulatory responsibilities more clearly. In January 2013, the FCA instigated a thematic review into cash savings. They wanted to look at the behaviour of the product providers and also the consumers in helping them maximise the returns and the value of their money. So here are a few of the issues that the financial advisor will be faced with as a part of this thematic review. They need to be on their toes mainly because banks and building societies will be raising their awareness on the impact that their products have on their clients, and they'll be looking to engage with their clients more aggressively and sell them on to further product offerings. And one of the ways in which banks and building societies will offer clients more products is through regulated financial services. Most of the banks and building societies are back in this marketplace. The majority of them refer clients on to other sales forces, but nevertheless this takes a client and also a business opportunity away from the financial advisor. And it's to be like Audi sending their clients to BMW for tyres. It just doesn't make sense. Now, the fact that clients' cash deposits is on the radar of the FCA should actually raise a little bit more concern for the financial advisor. How long will it be before it becomes a mandatory requirement for the financial advisor to assess the value and benefits of cash prior to making an investment recommendation to their clients, in the same way as we have to do currently with a pension transfer from the seeding scheme to the new scheme? If this was undertaken properly, then the financial advisor would actually be able to properly demonstrate the client's attitude to risk, because the client would understand their relationship with cash better, and this would offer better protection for the client, but more importantly better protection for the financial advisor. And this brings us properly into the regulatory value of effective cash management and the amount of risk that financial advisors carry within their business. If a financial advisor effectively undertook the management of a client's cash, then it would definitely enhance the following regulatory policies. So let's start with a centralised investment proposition. The reality is any client with any form of investment will also have cash on deposit, and the best way to manage all of their wealth is to make sure they're maximising the value of their cash returns whilst maximising the potential value of any investment portfolio that they may have. All centralised investment propositions will therefore benefit from an effective cash management proposition underpinning any regulated investment advice provided by the firm. So that brings us nicely into your remuneration policy. If your remuneration policy relies upon the sale of a regulated contract, then you have a conflict of interest. And this is a conflict of interest which is enhanced if you have a centralised investment proposition which does not include effective cash management to underpin any regulated wealth portfolio. So therefore, undertaking a cash management proposition within the business will address this balance in both areas and make you a more compliant firm. So the previous two slides feed us very nicely into the conflict of interest, and we can see here now the clarity that we have is if remuneration is dependent upon you exposing your clients to risk, then you are carrying a high risk profile within your business. If you had a policy which included the effective management of cash and you were able to develop additional income from the effective management of cash, then that mitigates a huge part of this policy. It also puts your client in a better position where they can understand their relationship with cash and the value that they can obtain, and therefore a better understanding on why they're undertaking the risk to get the better long-term value from an investment portfolio. Which brings us finally to the treating customers fairly policy. We've seen how an effective cash management proposition can enhance all the policies within the business, and also this falls through to the treating customers fairly policy as well. From outcome 1 to outcome 6, all of the requirements of treating customers fairly can be enhanced by engaging fully with your client's cash management. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Obviously, a cash management proposition is not something that's traditionally recognised as being a requirement within a regulated financial services business, but we can see here how, one, it's getting higher on the agenda with the FCA, and two, we can also see the value that it can add to a regulated business and also to the clients of a regulated business. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you need any more information or would like to get in touch, please do so using any of the methods shown below.